Good morning, everybody. Well, the day begins bright and early with Lily. You know, Lily digests those meals that she has and boom, she just wants to come on out. So guys, you know, this is life living with snakes. They don't run by our daily life. They run on their own. And Miss Lily here, boy oh boy, she doesn't get out of that enclosure when she wants out. Her hissy fits are unbelievable. And I've shown you what she does. Which she digs her nose in, she lifts all her substrate, she tries to get through the floor, the side of the doors, where there's the slightest little bit of airflow. You know, she knows exactly what to do to get Mum going. Lily, please stop, will you, darling? But nope. She wants out, she wants out. And I have an extremely busy day going on today. But she has her own plan, which is checking out up there. And Lily was in shed when I sort of mixed things up a little bit up there. So last night actually she was up there just checking out every change that I'd actually made. She did not go up onto that hangout spot, because I've changed some things and put a table up here and a rock and so forth. So she knew that things were different. And rather than going to the hangout spot, she's like, what have you done down here? What are all these new things? And she was just happy to explore from one end of that, well, the enclosures, top off, and she's just going back and forwards, checking everything. So they remember what things were like and when you make a change. And she wanted to know everything about it and what was going on. And totally enjoys it. You can see that curiosity being satisfied, actually, more than anything. She was having a ball up there, just checking out everything. So this is what I mean about inside of your enclosures. Do some changes. You know, when you do your big clean out, change it around a little bit, and they will have a ball just going through. I'll just show you Jessie up there warming up. But, you know, they will just love checking out their new space and what you've actually done differently. You know, I kind of have my setups as I have my setups, but you know, occasionally I move the plants around, put them in a different spot, move their water bowl, add a plant, take a plant out, add a rock, just something different for them to just check out, because yeah, life gets extremely boring sitting in an enclosure that is the same old. You know, I've just switched Jesse's up and put some new branches in there for him, which he's absolutely loving. And you know, carpet pythons especially, guys, spread out. They don't necessarily just curl up into a little ball and just lay in one spot and warm up or cool down. They like to spread their whole body out if they can. So, you know, Jesse might actually hang with his head down the bottom, but his body is all the way up the top, and he'll like lay like that for hours. So they do like to spread their bodies out. And you know, I watched Lily last night have her head all the way up one end and a butt all the way down the other end, and she just laid there checking out down here and didn't bother moving. And you know, I wouldn't say she had a nap, but she certainly was content to just lay on up there. But Lily is also my girl that is one to want to go down the back of these enclosures. It's what Lily does. Whereas, you know, Jack, he comes out, he goes on top, but he doesn't try and get in behind or under. You know, I know they like those little dark places, but Jack, you know, he doesn't bother. Lily, absolutely. And little Maya, who is digesting her last meal. You can't see it because of my glare. Can't see anything because of glare, but she's actually in a little hot side digesting her last meal. Jesse's digesting as well because he had his meal yesterday. And Jack and Lacey are due tomorrow, as is a Apani. I tell you what, we certainly need to keep books and records, because as you get older, guys, the old memory doesn't work as well. So I'm going to just see where my girl thinks she might be going, which she is not going. Where you going, Lil? Oh, okay, you're there somewhere. In the box? Ah, are you going in the box? Aha, she was going in the box. What are you doing? Hey, what you doing? Is that good fun? So yeah, this is great. I love being able to get my guys out and give them the freedom to explore and stretch out and, you know, get all that exercise, because it's getting cooler now here in Queensland. Believe it or not, it's finally starting to cool down. So outside is becoming less of an option actually. So, you know, having this space set for these guys to, you know, explore, stretch out, satisfy their curiosity, you know, because they are extremely curious and they love it. They just love it. And you know, that doesn't need to impede upon your handling time. You know, I get Lily out and let her hang with me for 10 odd minutes or so, and then I let her go and just let her do her own thing. So if you have that space available, utilize it and create. And I've done a video out of think outside of the box with your snake, because it isn't just about physically handling them all the time. It's giving them the freedom to move around and do what they want to do as well. And Lily is a prime example. You know, she just loves this room and loves exploring and checking everything out, and I love watching her. But I do have a busy day today, so, you know, I kind of thought, get her out, let her do this for as long as I can, because then she's more content to go back in her enclosure when I do put her back. And you know, I sometimes figure half an hour is better than nothing, 10 minutes is better than nothing, 5 minutes is better than nothing, guys. So if you can do it, you know, take that little bit of time out with you guys and give it to them. You know, my time is going to be spread rather thin, as my passion for these guys increases, and it never increases. It is what it is. But with passion comes more of what you love, and having more of what you love. And who could not love this? Hey Lil, who could not love you? She is such a sweetheart. She truly is. And yeah, she's definitely one beautiful girl. I enjoy getting her out, watching what she does, even though at times I'm absolutely worn out by the end of it, but Lily's not. You know, all day she would be out, no hesitation. She would just stay out all day. So I've got the heater going. It's almost 27 in this room at the moment, so it could be a little bit warmer, but it's not cold. I mean, when she first wanted to come out, it was like 23 in here. And that's something to kind of remember, guys. Your outside temperatures in the room that you've got your snake in, you know, they're coming out of, you know, 30 degrees within their enclosures, or warmer or cooler wherever they happen to be. But you really need to take note of what your air temp is outside of your enclosure as well. You don't want your snake getting sick, and they will get sick with a respiratory infection if there is a dramatic change in the temperature. So just be aware of that. And as much as I might get a bit of a sweat up, you know, it's about keeping these guys nice and healthy too. And Jessie's going to come down. You know, this boy never wanted out. Now I can't keep him in. He also has started demanding some out time. You can come down, Lily, but you know, she's not silly either. She sees as I come down there, are you going to put me back in my enclosure? So no, I won't. And it's not about her not trusting me or not feeling safe with me. It's she's smart enough to know that there's every possibility if she comes down, she will go back into her enclosure. Not yet, but it will happen, Lily. So, there you go, guys. Do a little with your room. Add some places for them to chill and climb and explore, and you know, I ended up putting a thing there to stop Lily going down that back corner, so that's kind of got her a bit miffed at me too, like, where's that space gone from behind there, Mum? And she was really checking that out last night, because she knows she could get down that back corner. So I've kind of stopped her. So guys, like, subscribe, and we will see you on our next video. Ciao.